You know something that I absolutely love? It's when I buy some wireless headphones and they work fine for everything for years. And then I need them for something like, oh, I don't know, streaming because I am not home. And then they pull a fast one on me. What the actual frequently asked questions? Hello, PPA. Hello, New Around. Hello, anyone else who might be watching. Hi, Weeb. Oh man, the scuff is inescapable. My goodness. I just thought, okay, yeah, I'm not going to bring my mic because it's kind of heavy and I don't want to go. Never trust wireless. Yeah, I know. I know. I only started using them. I only started using them for like long trips, to use with my phone. Like with my phone, they work fine. It's just that like you would assume that they would work the same way for, a normal laptop, but nope. Nope. Can't have that. Oh, right. Speaking of the whole reason why this was, kind of a bother, I just found a random playlist of video game beach music on YouTube, and I'm gonna put that on. So yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same, but it's something. Oh man. But yeah, you are 100% correct. Next time, okay, you know what? A lesson learned. A lesson learned. Using a wireless phone instead of a rotary dial phone with a very long extension cord all the way back to your phone socket. I said never trust wireless. I mean, sometimes I do wish I could do that. Take one of those, take an old rotary phone with me everywhere. I think that my biggest issue, besides the wire, right? Besides the wire, would be that it's kind of bulky, doesn't really fit. I mean, if you're willing to walk around with a backpack all the time, then yeah. Then it's not too bad. But yeah. So here we are. I'm at the beach, which has been something that I haven't done for a very, very long time. I'm not gonna say how much because it's kind of embarrassing, honestly, especially if you live in a place where, beaches are kind of, how can I put this? When your entire country has like either 100% or 50% coastal line, it's a little bit embarrassing that you don't go to the beach that often, but it just like it never happened. Like when I was at the capital, I was close to the sea, but I never actually had a chance to actually go to a place with the beach because I was busy. And also, I don't know, like one thing that I've realized is that if you live in a capital, sometimes things that are closer seem a lot more far away than if you just live, 2 hours away from where they are. Oh, hey! Okay, this playlist is random, but look at what showed up. Seaside Hill. Appropriate. But yeah, no, it's been nice. It's been nice. Like the weather here is awesome, and the waves aren't, that strong. I used to go to a specific beach a lot when I was a kid. And okay, you know how they usually have those flags to tell you like whether it's safe or not to go in the water. So like there's red flag, yellow flag, green flag. I am not used to seeing green flags. The sea in that beach is mad. It's just mad. Perfect fit, yes. Like it's random. Like I didn't know that was coming up next. Um, but yeah, so it's been fun, like going out to the sea and actually being able to be in the water and like up to my knees or sometimes up to my waist or something, and just being able to just be there inside the water without worrying that the sea is going to carry me to future Atlantis. Let's put it like that. The Atlantic is pretty wild, stormy, tall waves. Yeah, yeah. Like the only reason why this compared to the North or Baltic seas, yeah, I've heard, I've heard. I mean, like my only experience is with the Atlantic. So, um, but yeah, and here I think it's okay. I think it's okay to say it. Um, like I'm to the south. I'm to the south. Like the sun sets to the east, and the sea is to the south. So that's already a little bit different. Also here it's a little bit more Mediterranean. Let's put it like that. It's a little bit more Mediterranean than Atlantic, but it's still technically the Atlantic. So I think that might also factor into it. Um, uh, but yeah, uh, it's been it's how can I put this? It's been really nostalgic. It's been super nostalgic, and man, I gotta do this more often. Unfortunately, not everything was as planned. Like, I'm here with my brother, but my mother was also supposed to come. But you remember that I said that like our oldest cat is having some issues. Um, she's been, a little bit down, and we figured out that she has feline acne, so she needs to get that treated. And so our mom had to stay behind, so she could give her the treatment. Uh, so yeah, but we're planning like if things go well. Like a local already told us that, oh hey, if you want to come back like at a time where things are cheaper, then you should come in like in like May, or like almost until like the first half of October. Yeah, we get good weather, beach worthy weather up until then. So, and the prices are much cheaper. Kind of, yeah. Kind of. It's kind of cat pimples. Um, I'm not sure how to explain it. Like her chin got all dark. Um, yeah, no, I do think that you can that it can be described as cat pimples, pretty much. Which is weird because you usually associate pimples with, teenagers, right? She's like a boomer cat. She's like 64, 65 in cat years. So yeah. But and it has been affecting her mood. Has been affecting her mood. Like she obviously, like if you looked at her, you could tell that she wasn't feeling well. But what weirded us out the most was that she ate normally. I mean, okay, not normally. She wouldn't go out of her way to look for food, but if you put food in front of her, she would eat. Um, so, so yeah. Pimples are something you deal with for life. Oh yeah, yeah, no. I was thinking of I was thinking of something else. Sorry. Yeah. Um, but yeah, we had also thought. Well, at least I did. I don't think that anyone else in the family took my suggestion seriously, of bringing our youngest cat to get her used to traveling and going around like with a leash or something. I have been leash training her. She's been taking to it pretty well. Uh, so I had entertained that thought, but yeah, like we're a democracy. We're a democracy in our household, and the final ruling was, dude, it's a very long trip. It's a very long trip to where you're going, to where we're going. At the time, we didn't know that the three of us weren't coming, uh, and that is going to be very heavy for the little kitten. So yeah, don't. And yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Also, while I have been leash training her, I've also tried leash training our middle cat, Kiba. Uh, and it is interesting because he doesn't mind the harness, he doesn't mind the leash, he doesn't mind any of that. What he does mind is when he wants to clean himself, having the harness on. Like when he wants to clean himself and he has the harness on, what he starts doing is he starts biting into it. He starts biting into it. He starts like slobbering all over it, like. So it's kind of funny. Okay, yeah, you're okay with it until you need to groom yourself. And then it's like, haha, nope. Uh, but yeah, but I do think that there's still hope for Mr. Keeves. Also with him, it's like it would be cool. It would be cool if we could leash train him. It would make some like transport a little bit easier sometimes. Also having the option of just taking the cats somewhere and letting them roam around. Well, always on a leash, of course. Uh, to let off some steam. I think that would be. I think that he would benefit from it. Uh, but yeah. News that are relevant to streamings and stuff. I have purchased a new Sonic game. Actually, I do think that it's the latest Sonic game that came out. Yeah, I just got confirmation. That yes, it is to date the latest Sonic game. I have bought Sonic Superstars, so you can expect a stream on it sometime soon, after the rebranding, of course. But yeah, we're going to. I mean, me and my brother are still gonna try it out because it has two players, it has two-player mode, and we want to see how it works. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe we could actually do that on stream. The one with Fang the Sniper. Well, no, Fang the Hunter. Now he's Fang the Hunter. Ugh. That guy is confusing. Yes, the Sonic 4 looking one. Yeah. Like, I know that the game is not very good. In my brother's words, it feels like a game made by people who think they know what Sonic fans want. Basically they put in things in the game because they thought that Sonic fans liked it, not because they themselves liked it. Unlike Sonic Mania, which is a game that does feel like it was made by, Sonic fans who enjoyed the games. Howdy, Mr. Top Hat. How are ya? So, yeah. I forgot about it as soon as I saw the first footage of it. I mean, we didn't because I think I've already told you, my brother is a huge Fang the Hunter fan. So we were super stoked about his return, even if the game wasn't all that good. It was kind of a similar situation with Sonic Heroes. Like, okay, yeah, the game isn't all that good, but okay, with the one major difference, when Sonic Heroes came out, we were just getting into Sonic, so we didn't really have many preconceptions of what Sonic games should be it in terms of gameplay or story or presentation or anything like that. We didn't really have any. We didn't really have any idea, any preconceived ideas going into it. Like I said, we played Sonic Heroes before we played Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. So yeah, and I think that the only other games that we had played had been like a demo of Sonic 3 and Knuckles at a friend's house. Or no. Okay, actually at that point we had gotten hold of a copy of Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the PC, so we were familiar with that. But as far as Sonic 3D games went, we didn't really know what to expect. All we knew was that, okay, it's a 3D Sonic game, it has a story, it has the chaotix, so yay! So yay! That was all we needed at that point. With Sonic Superstars, we were more in a position of, okay, we can tell that this is not all that good, but hey, Sega and or Sonic team are realizing that, hey, we do have characters in our backlog. We can, use them. We're still wondering what the heck is going to happen to Tiara Bubowski. Tiara Bubowski, if anyone who's watching the stream or the VOD doesn't know, was a character that they made for Sonic Extreme. Sonic Extreme never came out, so Tiara Bubowski went the way of the dodo, basically. She's extinct. While you're feeling street deprived, then maybe you should take a nap? I too like Knack the Poacher, but I still have standards. Well, oh man. Two things. One, great name. Second, yes, that is a valid comeback. That is a valid comeback. I'm not gonna say it isn't. It's just like, okay. I'm just gonna say this. I did wait until the price went down. I wasn't going to pay $60 or €60 for it. So yeah, I only bought it because the price was lowered to the price which I think it should have had from the beginning. Like, that is not a $60 worth game. I'm sorry. That's the one with the IHOP Amy costume they just made free, I think. IHOP Amy costume? Oh, really? Okay, wait. Let me check. Let me actually check what it looks like. Sonic Superstars. Amy skin. Oh! It's interesting. When I first looked at this, the first thing that came into my mind, the first thing that came into my mind was, okay, Amy is cosplaying as Alice in Wonderland, I guess. Sonic Superstars is Wonderland. No, it's not. I haven't played it yet, and I know that it's not. I know what my brain said. No time to sleep. Go and play Roblox or something. I mean, wait, no time to sleep? I mean, you can go play Roblox to try and see if you get sleepy during it, and then you can take a nap. I don't know. I'm just saying that sleep is important. Take it from someone who derided sleep for many a year. Many a cycle around the sun. Yes, they charge that much at the beginning. It like I I really do not understand what they were thinking with that price tag, because like again, even just looking at it and being hyped that Knack the Poacher was in it, like even with all of that, and knowing that there was a new character who was actually, pretty interesting, I think the trip is interesting. I haven't seen her in action yet because I've tried to stay away from spoilers. If there are any spoilers in Sonic Superstars, I think that there's like, little bits and pieces of story, probably. Um, it's nighttime, so what is the point? The point is to try to sleep just a little bit. Oh wait, I just realized that I have some CDs that are right in the line of fire of the sun, and I don't want them to get sun faded. So hold on just a second. Okay, crisis averted. The sun is a deadly laser. The anime was only available at IHOP previously, I think. Yeah, very strange promotion. Yeah, like what does IHOP have to do with Alice in Wonderland? Or maybe I'm just seeing something in the costume that isn't there. But I mean, like, just just look at it. Sun defeated. Haha! I have bested you yet again, son. You shall not photo degradate my CD covers any longer. Haha! Kairi sure is powerful. Haha, yes. I have the power of anime and a moon goddess on my side. Wait, isn't the moon lower on the hierarchy than the sun? I mean, one is gas. One is gas, the other is a rock. I would say that both are pretty dangerous. You can throw rocks at people, and gas is just bad for you if you breathe it. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, awesome! Awesome. Yes, do that. Swimming is so important. Knowing how to swim is so important. Then yeah, like just look, Top Hat, I'm gonna share with you something that I've learned over the years, which is getting like a bit of sleep is preferable to not getting any sleep at all. Even if you only get like it is recommended that you sleep in like 90 minute cycles. I don't exactly remember the science behind it, but I do know like, each sleep cycle is 90 minutes. So if you get at least one sleep cycle, you should be, okay. Not as refreshed as if you had, a full night's sleep, a full night's sleep. But if you can, try to get at least 1 hour and a half of sleep. An invention of World War I. Audie should talk of moon gods. I'm rewatching Sailor Moon. Oh, awesome! Actually, when I bought Sonic Superstars, one thing that I also bought was a mouse pad with Luna's face on it, because I realized I didn't have any. Like, I do have, like, my gaming mat at home, but I realized, oh, okay, so if I need to take my laptop to any sort of place, I don't have a mouse pad. So I need something a bit more portable. No problem. No problem, dude. Um, but yeah, Sailor Moon. Yeah, I love it. In fact, I am using some little bits and pieces of Sailor Moon for the lore, for the new lore. In fact, that's what I was doing before I started stream. I was trying to figure out some of the things with the lore. Um, like I'm gonna be honest. Like today I didn't really go. Today I didn't really go to the beach. Um, because well, mostly out of solidarity, because my brother had to stay home because he just suddenly had a batch of stuff to work on that needs to be done like by Monday, like by Monday morning it needs to be done. So I kind of stayed home out of solidarity, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna try to think a little bit about my lore and about the future book, trying to figure out some happenings, some story structure and whatnot, trimming a few ends. So yeah, um, because like I know that a lot of VTubers don't really don't really go too deep into that, but since I do want to turn this into something tangible, uh, it's something that I really want to spend some amount of time thinking. And I think that I wasn't able, like, in through the last few months, to work on it as much as I wanted, because since I was always on the move. But like as soon as I get home after this vacation, I really want to see if I can work on that like 100%. Like, because in terms of like visual stuff for the rebranding, that part is being handled. I already have a couple of stuff. I'm still waiting on like banners and overlays. But those are probably gonna come in soon, before the end of the month at least. So all that's left, it's for me to actually set things in stone, to figure out what is actually going to be the whole lore, the whole story, and to figure out what I'm going to start working with in the future. Because honestly, I'm kind of tired of this like limbo state that I've been in for the last no, it wasn't the whole year. It was after I came back, since like January, I think. So yeah. So yeah, let's see if I can. I just don't know if I'm gonna actually be able to do like a lore video like I wanted, because I wanted to ask for help from other people. Even if it wasn't like for the drawing, I would need help, for the sound editing and all of that. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do all of that in time. We'll see. We'll see. I do want to have something special for the rebranding, for the actual rebranding day. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see. I neglected to get a mouse pad ever, and now the wooden surface of my secretary is smoothly polished in the area where I move my mouse. Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that. Yeah. Uh, Wait, is it an infrared mouse, or is it one of those with the little ball? With the real little rolling ball. Man, I miss those. I miss those. One thing that is, I don't know, is it gross? I don't think it is. One thing that I especially loved about those about those ball mice, was sometimes like opening it up and just cleaning the little cylinders inside. Like, I love doing that. miss those mice. I really do. But these are a lot more useful. These are a lot more useful. They're a lot more accurate. Also, I mean, depending on the technology, like if they're if they're well made or not. That's what I mean. Infrared laser. Oh, okay. Okay, then yeah, not totally retro. Oh man. So yeah, stuff has been happening. I think that there was also something else that I wanted to talk about. Did it have to do with mice? Mises? Mises to pieces? I'm not sure. Was it still about Sonic Superstars? Hmm. Don't remember. Oh, one thing that I have, one thing that I don't know if I was weirded out by. That's a bit of a too strong of a word, but like, uh, when we got here, when we got here to the beach place, uh, the first thing that I noticed was like, holy crap! You can tell that almost everyone in the street is a tourist. which is like which is normal. Which is normal. You're in a tourist heavy place. What did you expect? You're gonna get tourists. And also people riding like in tuk-tuks, tuk-tuks. How do you say that in English? Is it tuk-tuks? Because I think that because if you say it with a Portuguese accent, it's tuk-tuks. They're tuk-tuks. Uh, and I found myself wondering, like, because you also saw those in the capital, and I was like, what is the appeal? What is the appeal of these? I don't know if it's because I drive a lot more than I used to. Um, but it's like, I don't know, especially since other than tuk-tuks you also have those I don't know if other countries around the world also have this. I think that there might be some that do. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but yeah, there's these like trains. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's Second Tag Tournament. I thought it was Tekken 5, and I wasn't recognizing the music, so I was finding it a little bit weird. Um, but yeah, there's these like little motorized trains, uh, with like a lot of carriages, and I think that I think that they're a lot more fun than tuk-tuks. I don't use them either, but I guess they're nicer in the summer than buses, easier than walking, but that's the best part, and cheaper than taxis. Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. I think that my it's not a beef. I think that my question is more like, why would you use these instead of the tourist trains? Even though you do bring up a good point, which is the fact that yeah, they can pretty much get anywhere. The trains can't really do that. Like, for example, the street that I'm in, it's a street with like with only one lane, and it goes down. So like if you took one of those trains, I don't think it would be a very good idea. But the tuk-tuks can get here fine. So so yeah, no, Yeah, now that you mention it, it does make a little bit more sense. Uh, yeah, no, like, yeah, no, there's the thing. Oh, wait. Right. One thing that I also wanted to talk about a little bit is I beat Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Well, no, Pokemon Violet. I have Violet. I can't- here's the thing. Here's the thing about me and Pokemon. When I refer to a game in the series, usually I say both titles. So like I was saying, oh yeah, I beat Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, making it seem like I made two separate games. No. Hi, Coffee. Don't you have some tablets for that? Also, if it's that bad, you should really go to a doctor, dude. Because because like that doesn't that doesn't sound good. Uh, but yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, I beat Pokemon Violet, and by beating Pokemon Violet, it's not like I hadn't beaten it already. The thing is, back when I beat it the first time, there weren't the DLC wasn't out yet. So now I can actually say, oh wait, no. Actually, I'm still missing one part. Well, two, I think. I'm still doing the second run of the gym leaders, and I'm still missing a bit of story, which is the Mochi Madness, I think it's called. I'm not gonna go too much into detail because I don't wanna blurt out any spoilers. But yeah, and an interesting thing happened when I decided to replay Pokemon Violet. And I think that this goes to show that well, opinions don't necessarily stay the same. That's not news for anyone, but it bears repeating. Um, I honestly think I honestly think that this is probably one of the most complete Sonic Pokemon games out there. Had to ruin your own timing with your interesting. Now, basically, replaying Pokemon Violet made me reevaluate my feelings on it. I have gone on record before, even on stream, I think, saying that Pokemon Violet was probably one of my least favorite Pokemon games. That it was super shallow. It didn't really have much. It didn't really have much to offer. The whole thing of it being open world worked more to its detriment than to its advantage. The whole school thing. Um, but yeah, after replaying it, I do have to. I'm not going to say that some of my opinions don't remain the same, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But it did make me rethink how I saw the game, how I see the game in general. Uh, Hi Kono, good to see you. What's worse, I went for a checkup yesterday and the doctor said I'm fine, but today I feel like Goku when he got the heart virus. I'm not familiar with that part of the story. Pokemon Black and White is my fave. My controversial take is Sun and Moon is one of the better Pokemon. That is not a controversial take on this channel, Kono, because Pokemon Sun and Moon still remains my favorite Pokemon ever as well. Yes, I am 100% biased because it's set in not Hawaii, but still, even in terms of the story, even in terms of like the characters and the design of everything, I am still of the opinion that a lot of what they had in Sonic and Sonic, I keep calling Pokemon Sonic. Hey guys, I know. Let's make a Sonic game in which you collect Sonics or Sonic and other characters, and you train them, and you have to be gym leaders and all of that. But instead of Pokemon, you have Sonic characters. Yes, let's do that. And then my brain will explode, because if it's already doing all these mix-ups just with that, while the franchises have nothing to do with each other, then I can't wait to see what happens when that actually comes out. Would you recommend Violet? Yes, with a bunch of caveats, which I am going to get into. He collapses and screams in pain for like 6 episodes. Oh my goodness. Really? 6 episodes? Go away, Ad. I don't like you. Oh, it was an unskippable. Oops. Then you can make a spin-off that's just Eggman Digimon. Also, hi, Cyanic. Wait, remember kids, if you see a white van that says free candy, walk away. But if it's a free Wi-Fi, run to it. As long as you don't get inside it, I think that's the problem. I understand your statement as well. Okay, so Pokemon Violet. Let me start off with one of my biggest issues with the entire concept of the thing, because that's what I do. I look at things and I'm like, yes, I do not approve of this concept, you see, this abstraction of the ideas, of the propositions, of the whatever. Yeah, so first, one of my biggest issues that still stands to this day with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the fact that they decided to go with past and future. Now, in a vacuum, that has no issues, presented with. Like, it's perfectly normal. Okay, so you're gonna do something with duality, with Pokemon usually always does. So you picked the past and the future, and that is usually perfectly fine. My issue is that fiction that takes the future into account is never ever how can I put this, feasible, I think. Like, I know that it's fun. I know that it's fun to imagine how things will be in the future and stuff, but you have to actually think. You have to actually think about how you're going to present that, because in like 5 years, your vision of the future may be completely obliterated. Basically, it's too volatile of a concept for me to even consider doing. Like, writing fiction about the past, that's perfectly fine. Doing the same thing that we do with the past with the future, harder sell for me. I've never been too much of a fan of futuristic settings, and one of the reasons why I'm not a fan is because you can do futuristic settings in the present if you bring in aliens, like, futuristic aliens. Like, you don't have to imagine what the future of the Earth would be, because you have this alien world that can showcase, a futuristic setting, or you can even go like cyberpunk with it. Like, so yeah, but that's a very me thing. that's a very me thing, and I'm not and I'm not saying, oh, all speculative fiction is wrong and should not exist. No, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying why I personally don't really vibe with it. I mean, look at me. Just look at me. We know what we like and we know when we see it. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think that we would make AI to do art, play games, etc. I still have to work 9 to 5 typing stuff in a computer. If you asked me as a kid, definitely wouldn't have been that. Exactly. Like we don't even have to bring AI into the discussion. We just have to think of phones. Like name me one piece of media from like the 90s, 80s, 70s that ever thought that we were going to have technology such as smartphones like in 10, 20, 30 years. Like that was completely outside of any realm of possibility. And now we have them. And I mean, some works definitely thought of something like smartphones, but they didn't think that, the general feel of what it is like to exist and live your normal life would, still be the same. Like you see stuff like smartphones, but in settings that are like, all dark and neon and stuff. Like uh that's it's one of those, it's one of the reasons why I have issues, like, and one of the works that made me think of that was, for example, Mega Man Battle Network, which was like, oh yeah, this is like futuristic and stuff, but excuse me. Okay, I think I need to get some water. Ugh, excuse me. Hi Xavier. I've been pretty good, except for now that I kind of um I mean, if you've been busy, that's fine, but it's good to see you. It's really good to see you, dude. You won't have a calculator on you when you're older. Oh yeah, exactly. See? Compromising between past and future fiction by having your setting be an alternate universe 2014. Yeah, that's the thing that I think would be, that would be more interesting. Like, for example, set a work in the year 2000, but it's how like the 1910s viewed the year 2000, because yeah, we have a lot of pictures and stuff of what they thought the year 2000 was going to be like. How about setting a work in in a place like that? Yes, it's the year 2000, as imagined by, I don't know, Jules Verne, or his contemporaries, or something like that. I think that that would be, a lot more interesting than trying to, than trying to speculate all the time. Because here's the thing, again, I'm not against people doing it. I'm against so many people doing it and not doing the other things. So yeah. I love Sun and Moon, the series. Oh wait, Pokemon Sun and Moon, the anime. I've heard that it's good. I tried watching it, but I couldn't get into it. Unfortunately, I wanted to get into it. Royal Space Force, Wings of Honyamis is a recommendation. Oh, I thought you were going to, like, super dramatic, and yeah, is that recommended? Okay. It's a recommendation for depicting a diesel punkish world where everything is different but yet familiar. No matter where you go, those ads will find you. I mean, yeah, I know. All the machines, money, fashion, architecture, etc., are completely original and unlike ours. Yeah, that's what I find interesting. Hi, Frank. No, you didn't. I just started a little bit later, and I had some issues with my headphones. Uh, they didn't work with OBS. They work with everything else on the computer. They don't work with OBS. I don't understand. Okay, I have to look into that PPA. That does sound interesting. Never really thought about it. When you see the future in 80s to mid 2Ks movies slash games, they make technology look very technical, like lines of code everywhere and data streams. And now everything is like big simple buttons. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, as I was saying, as I was saying, one of the things that made me go like, oh, future fiction is kind of was comparing Mega Man Battle Network and Digimon Tamers. Why these two specifically? One, they were made at the same time. Like, I think that they both came out. The game of Battle Network, not the anime. The game of Battle Network, I think, came out in 2001, and Digimon Tamers did release in 2001 initially. And both are supposed to take place during the same time frame, like 2000XX. Like that's all that they give you for what time frame they're supposed to take place in. Now, Digimon Tamers, you can make a case that that XX can be 01, the year that it actually that it actually released, and it would make sense. It would make sense up until I don't know, like 2010 or something, when you start seeing plasma screens everywhere. Like, up until then, it would make sense. Mega Man Battle Network, though, yeah, sure, buddy. We are totally gonna still be using wires to jack stuff into computers and stuff in 10 years. Yeah, sure, buddy. I mean, I prefer the wired stuff, but that's because I'm me. I'm, now that I think about it, I do think that the PETs were the closest thing that you had to, like, someone imagining like smartphones in the future. But still, if you just look at the design of the original PET, it's like it has a handle and a huge screen. It's not portable at all. And then when they made upgrades to it, it still looked more like a Digivice than an everyday thing. It looked like a big pager. It looked like a cross between a big pager and a Tamagotchi. Well, a square Tamagotchi. I mean, I think most media has a weird take on the future. It was like Mega Man, Digimon, Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century, maybe a few tales of games. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why I was saying, like, yeah, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, deciding to use the past and the future as its core concept in a vacuum. Yeah, okay, it makes sense. Duality. Pokemon has always been about that. But one of the halves of this duality is super finicky to work with. And it's not at all equivalent to the past, which is what they wanted. So that's one of my bigger issues with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the whole concept. Oh, Code Lyoko, right? I didn't watch Code Lyoko, but I remember it airing. Yeah, I remember that they had the whole virtual reality, and yeah, they became 3D. One thing that I do know about Code Lyoko is like the massive foreheads. But yeah, I like future stuff where it's like alternate tech, not just like the same but set 100 years forward, like Gundam series, etc. Yeah. I mean, but the Gundam series, at least there are some parts of it that don't take place on Earth. Code Lyoko has the best animated 5 heads. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I've never been able to actually get into Code Lyoko, but I might do some research. I might do some research on it, because it does feel like something that if it had come out like a couple of years earlier, I would have probably been into it. It just so happens that I was already grizzled and old by the time it came out. No, I don't want to watch Code Lyoko. I want to watch Mighty Max. Actually, no, Mighty Max scares me. I don't want to watch it either. There was this one episode of Mighty Max that had like zombies that kept saying "Cap Bearer, Cap Bearer, Cap Bearer," and that freaked the flying fig out of me. That was terrible. The shroot. out of me when I was a kid. Um, but yeah, so yeah, that was my initial problem with Scarlet and Violet. Then I ended up with Pokemon Violet because, well, sibling shenanigans happened, and I didn't say that I much preferred Scarlet, so I ended up with Violet. Because my brother just absolutely loved the dragon and loved the professor lady, so I didn't even talk about it, and so I ended up with Violet on a technicality, basically. He only learned later that I have issues with future fiction. Like, I don't know how long after we had the games. I think like 8 months, 8 months to a year. Lane was rather prescient about the psychological effects of being very online. Oh yeah, yeah. I still want to watch Lane. I still want to watch Lane because of that. Because I think that it's very interesting. It's very prescient. It's very prescient, but it's also very much of its own time, and that is a mix that I think is very interesting. I think that Digimon Tamers also has that to some degree, which I think makes sense. Love the professor lady, you say? Yeah. Because other than that, the obvious examples are literally any movie/show with time travel. Example, Back to the Future. Yeah, exactly. Near. Yeah, no. I also agree with that. I also agree with that, Cyanic. It all comes down to if you like this aesthetic. Like the past ones actually feel like, actual thought was put into them. The future ones, it's more like, yeah, okay, if you're into cyberpunk and stuff, you're gonna like this. But there isn't a lot of thought put into it. Like, you know what it looks like? It looks like someone got the original Pokemon and put them through a roboticizer. That's what it looks like. Because both are written by the same guy. Yes, exactly. Nier Automata is a really good take on future stuff. I've never gotten into Nier Automata. Uh, I don't know if I'm missing out or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's something that I would get interested in. I'm probably gonna take a look at it. And by take a look at it, I mean go through the TV tropes page. Yeah, at least for its take on modern day philosophy. Yeah. Yeah. Probably I can't really confirm or deny, but I believe you. um but yeah, actually I've kind of broke my brother with Back to the Future because he was like, "What, does that mean you don't like Back to the Future too?" And I'm like, "Conceptually, no." And he was super sad. I mean, okay, he wasn't super sad. He was kind of, damn it. He was like, "Man, oh." Nier Automata plays like a typical hack and slash, but it gets deep and disturbing after you do more side quests slash alt endings. You could just watch the anime, I guess. I mean, if the anime is good, I guess. I don't know if my brother has Nier Automata in wait, okay, I'm getting the sign from him. Yes, he has Nier Automata. If I want to play it, I can. It is indeed a part of the household. Okay. I've heard Nier has a very good take on humans in the future. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to think about it. Future, sleek, technology, betterment of mankind. Everything is digitized. All is instantaneous. We are evolved and sophisticated in every way. Past, ooga booga. Yeah. But the third movie is great. Yeah, no, I have. It is interesting. It's not because of my bias. It's not because of my bias with future stuff, but I did catch the third movie airing on TV a lot more than I have the second or the first. Like, I don't know why that is. Maybe it's cheaper to license for TV broadcast. I don't know. But from the little that I've seen, I do think that that if I sit down and watch it, I'm gonna like it. Play it. Okay, okay. Like I can't right now because I don't have a PS4 or the game right here, but when I get home, I will play it. um but yeah, so uh moving on a little bit forward from the future. From the future. Well, moving on from the future. How the heck do you do that? Doesn't matter. Okay, so another issue that I had with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was the whole school setting, specifically the boarding school setting. Speaking of which, I have since then learned that yes, you can indeed heal your Pokemon at your house. So they didn't completely put that aside. It's just that your Pokemon need to actually be hurt or be down on PP for you to be able to unlock, quote unquote, the healing at your house. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So yeah, that complaint of mine goes completely out the window. I was 100% wrong with that assessment. So yeah, that is good. Home does feel like home. This is where I get off. You guys have fun. That's okay. New around. And good luck in your next endeavor. It's a long game and a bit of a slog with backtracking, but yeah, Nier Automata is a close masterpiece with its display of philosophy. Okay, awesome. Really have to play it. And then I don't work on anything about lore and story and stuff, and I leave everything to the last minute with my rebranding. Why? Because I was busy playing Nier Automata all the time. No, I don't think that's gonna happen, but we gotta go BK Doc. BK Doc? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, Kono. Mom takes care of your Pokemon in every game. That was a cute touch to add to this, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why I was so angry when I thought that this game didn't do it. Because I thought, okay, yeah, no, we're doing the whole boarding school thing, so your house is irrelevant. Why is it even here? You know? Oh, we gotta go back, Doc. Okay. Okay, sorry, now I feel dumb. But yeah, so the whole thing about the boarding school. Okay. So, I have in this last playthrough, I have given it a little bit more of my time. I've actually gone to classes and talked to the teachers and all of that. And it's like this. What they did with the school, like, you know, the characters of the teachers and, you know, the classes and stuff, they're actually implemented all right. I just wasn't familiar. I just wasn't familiar with what they were trying to do. That said, I still don't like the fact that, one, it's a boarding school, especially since your house is so close. Like, I don't understand why. I don't understand why you have to sleep at the school. Oh, hey, Pokemon Sun and Moon! Haha! It's not my favorite song from the game, but hey. I mean, it was about time that a song from that game showed up. Um, but yeah, like, especially since, okay, I'm just gonna say this. If it's a boarding school, why not just straight up make your character be from a different region? We've had that before. And like, so then the whole boarding school thing makes sense. Like, I like that you can. I like that you're able to go back home in this game. Yes, I do like that. I like it even more now that I know that you can actually heal your Pokemon there. But but the thing but the thing is but the thing is everything that comes along with it, like, it just makes me wonder why. And then of course there's the whole uniforms thing. I still do not like I still do not like the uniforms. I think that the uniforms were a terrible idea. Like, I don't know who okayed that idea, because I really think that that is one of the worst things in this game. Like, 100%. I am so glad that Blueberry Academy at least gives you one uniform that doesn't look ugly. One! Because, like, you're not gonna go around, wearing a jinbei, like, everywhere. um, but yeah, and the thing that I do not understand is that, okay, so we're giving you uniforms, you can't take it off, you always have to look like a private school. I was gonna say dumbass. But oh man, but that's just my anger talking. I don't think that people who go to private schools are dumbasses. um, but yeah, like, okay, so we're going to have these uniforms, and then you're gonna be able to customize them, quote unquote, with all sorts of colors that do not look good with your uniform, and we're gonna give you options that just do not match. Like, for example, we're gonna give you the option of wearing flip-flops with your uniform. Excuse me? Flip-flops? Sandals? With school uniform? A school uniform that is made to look, again, like a private school? Like, huh? I just don't get it. I do not understand. Legit. One thing that I can say is people who get Violet are a lot luckier than the people who get Scarlet, because matching colors with the uniform colors in Pokemon Violet is a lot easier than in Pokemon Scarlet. I'm just gonna say that. I look at the color choices of, like, all the accessories and stuff that you can get, and like, while I'm customizing my character, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, this looks kind of fun. And then I think of the people who have Scarlet, and I'm like, how the heck would this look good with the Scarlet uniform? I just okay. Going back, reading a bit of chat. Pokemon Sun and Moon is peak because Lily is godlike strong, carrying a 1-ton Pokemon in her bag all day. Yup. She's gonna be champion one day, I just know it. Holy cannoli, I looked up Goku's Heart Virus, and Goku Heart Virus is a character in Dragon Ball Legends. What? Okay. Okay. Transfer student, lives next to school. Oh yeah, I got transferred from like 5 minutes away. Sleeping at school and not home doesn't seem too odd to me. My friend lived 5 minutes from uni, and he moved into student accommodation. I mean, yeah, no, I'm not saying that there's not people who do that. I'm just saying that, given the option, I would prefer to still live at my own house, But maybe that's me. I don't know. No, assume your opinion. Private school people are normally rich. Yeah. Is it a Christian private school and the sandals is to look more Jesus-like? I don't think that the Pokemon world has a Jesus figure. Like, even their god figure is not like, 100%, Judeo-Christian, you know? Like, it also has a lot of Hinduism thrown in for it to be, to be able to be considered, a full Judeo-Christian god analog, I think. I mean, it has a wheel. Where do you see wheels? In Tibetan Buddhism, for example. Yeah. Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet had the worst character customization. Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. I just done the boss fights for both Dark Gaia and Perfect Dark Gaia from Sonic Unleashed. Oh. Oh, okay. I want to play Sonic Unleashed for the PS3 one day. I know it's the same version of the Xbox 360. Also, Emerald, make sure to how can I put this? Make sure to treat your Xbox 360 very well if you're playing on an actual Xbox 360, because you never know when the red ring of death might visit you. Okay, I'm hoping it doesn't. Pray to Arceus that it doesn't. But yeah, angels, they just a bunch of eye wheels. Right, I've never looked into biblically accurate angels. It's just that since Pokemon is a Japanese game, I wouldn't put it past them, doing more of a whole mesh of things rather than just taking like one. Or when the DVD drive starts faltering, yeah. Hit Dark Gaia's weak spot, quick, while I hold him back. Is that a line from Chip? I think it is. But yeah, also, okay. So I think I harped on enough about the uniforms and the whole school setting, because I like the teachers, actually. I like the teachers. I just wish that I could wear casual clothes, I just wish that I could wear casual clothes and not have to go to them and have to wear like either a tie or a polo shirt. I mean, a polo shirt is fine. It's just the colors that I have a little bit of an issue with. Like, meh. Yes, exactly. Most angels in the Bible appear in the form of humans in white dresses, actually. So what they've been represented as for like the last, I don't know, 200 years at least? I mean, makes sense. Makes sense. I do like that representation of angels a lot. It's one of the things that I always like in, for example, Christmas decorations and stuff. And not just that. I like angels. I like angels. I like like for example, one of my favorite Digimon is Luchamon, whatever his name is. It's supposed to be Luchamon, but it sounds weird. Oh man. Yeah, I don't think that Pokemon is honestly based on anything strongly. Yeah, no, they have a lot of influences from a lot of different things. Especially like in the legendary Pokemon, you can make the argument that that regular Pokemon are based on just like one thing, but legendary Pokemon usually draw from a bunch of different things at the same time. Like for example, Ho-Oh is like a bunch of different phoenixes from a bunch of different mythologies. Like same thing with kind of Moltres. Before Ho-Oh, he was the Phoenix. Seraphimon, cool, yeah. Do you like Eva angels? I don't know. Are they petable? Because I don't think that they are. Wait, no. I'm pretty, okay, no, forget what I said. I'm pretty sure that people have made like plushies of them or something. Yeah. Oh yeah, Detroit Become Human. I'm not a big. Okay, I gotta be honest. I'm not a big fan of Quantic Dreams games. um, those are some games that I don't really have a lot of interest in. And maybe if they were cartoony. And even then, I don't know. But good to know. Yeah, Sonic CD. Yeah. Ho's tail just reminds me of a witch's broom. Yeah, it does look like one. In any case, students take online courses nowadays. So what are uniforms even? Yep. Yeah. Want to talk about Anju-Woman? I mean, she fits the description. Lady wearing white. Yeah. Classic angel right there. Can't wait to see her in the Bible. You know when it gets published? Oh man. Luchador Witch Broom Bird legendary. Ramiel, where's Ramiel from? I forgot. Luchador Witch Broom Bird legendary. I mean, yeah, he is. Okay. But yeah, there was another thing that I was gonna bring up. Oh, right. Other than the uniforms and the whole past future not being equals, so me having a little bit of an issue with it, one thing that I also still don't like about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is one of the Evangelion angels. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. One of the things that I really don't like about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and this is a harder sell. Like, it's one of those things that I was able to look past it once I started seeing what the game was doing well. But it's still, yeah, but it is still one of those things that if you ask me, I'm like, no, this is bad. Which is, I can't even really say that it's the art style, because I think that what it is, it's the models. Like, I don't like how the models of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet look. I know that the whole idea was to make the textures was to bring more attention to the textures, make it look a little bit more realistic without having no, wait, Ramiel is just freaking what is this? What is this thing called? What is this shape called? Well, this solid, actually. Floating. Oh, an octahedron. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Nope. He looks good. He looks good, actually. Wait, microwave noises? How? What does it look like? Does it go like ding? Wow. No, this is no I love no this angel looks great. I wish that all angels look like this. um, but yeah, the art style. I can't even really say that it's the art style again, because the illustrations look fine. The illustrations look fine. They still. I do still have a little bit of an issue with the illustrations, because one of the things that I liked about Pokemon was, like the sort of mix between round shapes and edginess. I liked that, and it's something that's ever since like Diamond and Pearl, I think we have been gradually losing more and more, culminating in this. This is the roundest looking Pokemon game. And I really don't like it. I don't like that the game looks this round. Give me some edges. Give me some edges, please. Like, and it's really annoying, because I've said this before, but I think that with Pokemon Sword and Shield, it looked okay. Like it didn't look, stellar, but it looked okay. Uh, I think that most of the problems with Pokemon Sword and Shield were the color choices. It was not so much the drawing style; it was mostly the color choices within the game. They look, a little too muted. But like Legends Arceus had a great art style, and I don't understand why did they have to change it so much going to this game. Again, the art style is not that bad. I prefer the other to it, but the way that they translated it into the models is just I don't know. There's very little characters that I think look actually good in the game. Like almost everyone. I just don't like how it looks. Oh man, the NPCs in Scarlet and Violet looks like someone took a random character creator based on bad Tumblr redraws and then put them all in those dumb school uniforms. Yeah. Yeah. No, like, and one thing that I remember so fondly from like the earlier games is, for example, like the trainer classes and stuff. And I don't know what they did. Like, first off, there's so many students, which, makes sense. But again, we're going back to the same problem. Why do you even have this to begin with? Speaking of round Pokemon, Google's Field Drawfee to saw how they draw Field just based on the sound of its name. Drawfee. What is Drawfee? I want to know what Drawfee is before I do that. My take is that Pokemon's Legends Arceus had a vision, and Scarlet and Violet's yearly mainstream Pokemon game. Yeah, I also think that might have been the case. Especially since you compare how Pokemon and Sword and not Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet controls compared to Legends Arceus. Legends Arceus was just like, something that I don't understand. Why would you go through the trouble of making Pokemon Legends Arceus, make everyone think that this is part of the main line, which they usually do. Like if you go to Bulbapedia, Legends Arceus is not listed as a spin-off game. It's listed as a mainline game, which I honestly don't think it is, but whatever. I also don't think that the third version should be considered mainline games, but but I have a different standard of what I considered the word mainline to mean, which is slightly different from what other people might think. So yeah. But yeah, like Pokemon Legends Arceus, like it innovated in so many different things, and like with a smaller scope, which was great. And then you go to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and they just dropped most of the stuff that they did in Legends Arceus, which again points to me for not considering Legends Arceus a mainstream game, because this just shows that no, it's not a mainstream game; it's a spinoff. Oh, but you can transfer the Pokemon from one game to another. Yes, you can also do that with Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Go is not a mainline game. So yeah. I liked Legends Arceus, but it felt kind of gray washed. Yes. I'm also not gonna say that I 100% like the color choices in that game, but I understand them. They were kind of going for a little bit of a sepia tone, to make it look a little bit more old timey. I understand. That doesn't mean I like it. No two ways about it. These entries lacked a major amount of quality control. As fun as they were, a game chugging just by having a Pokemon battle in any weather is abysmal. Yeah, so rushed. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even mention, the glitches. Like, for example, if you have a Rockruff with own tempo, it just can't evolve, period. The evolution just doesn't trigger. I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me, but my brother tried training a Rockruff with own tempo. He didn't want it to evolve it into dusk form, Lickenrock, but it just wouldn't evolve. It was at level 37 and it wouldn't evolve. Just chugging along, just a Rockruff. Rockruffs with own tempo don't evolve in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So that's great. Isn't own tempo the third level? Yes, but it just doesn't evolve at all. It doesn't live. It doesn't evolve through morning. It doesn't evolve in the day. It doesn't evolve in the night. It doesn't evolve at dusk or dawn. It just doesn't evolve. Drawfee is a YT show that they take suggestions and just live draw stuff. Their catchphrase is, "We take dumb ideas and make even dumber drawings." Oh, okay. No, actually, no. The Legends Z, or Legends ZA, as I like to call it, because it's Z2A, but I like to call it Pokemon Legends ZA. It's based on Kalos. It's based on Generation 6. So yeah. Rather like Colosseum and XD, actually. Wow, these are impressive and innovative. I can't wait for the next mainline games to incorporate elements from this. Right, I completely forgot. Oh man, that just makes Diamond and Pearl even worse in retrospect. Oh, man. I already don't have very high opinions of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And when Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl didn't include elements from Pokemon Platinum, I think it was plain for everyone to see that no, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl is not very good. Yes, maybe the fourth generation was good because of the physical special split, but Pokemon Platinum is not Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl is the one which should have mattered, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They didn't fix a lot of problems that the original Gold and Silver had, so what the heck? And they ruined my boy's design. They ruined Silver's design. I will never forgive them for it. What the heck, Game Freak? And now that's the design that shows up in everything, because of course it is. Because we're going to take Generation 4 as the standard for everything else. Thank you. I hate it. Is Violet better than Sword and Shield? Sword and Shield, honestly, was the worst recent mono play. It's better than Sword and Shield, yes. 100%. I should tell you though, I didn't play the DLC for Sword and Shield. I already have it, but I'm only gonna play it the next time that I replay Sword and Shield, which is probably gonna be soonish. Not on stream. On stream, I want to do the marathon. But yeah, no, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is 100% better than Sword and Shield, simply for the fact that it has better characters and a better story. Like, even if that's to me that's already, you know, enough to say no, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is better than Sword and Shield. Does it look worse? Yes, it does. But oh, and another thing, the battles in Sword and Shield are super slow. I don't understand what happened there, but especially going from Pokemon Legends Arceus to Sword and Shield is like the major whiplash. The battles in Sword and Shield are abysmal in terms of speed. Like, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet improved a lot. Like, okay, if you want to completely take Legends out of the equation, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet improved a lot on Sword and Shield's like game speed. Like, it flows a lot better. So yeah, no, 100%. Scarlet and Violet better than Sword and Shield. And this coming from someone who started out the 9th generation by saying, "Oh no, I like Sword and Shield better because it doesn't make me as angry." After this whole reassessment, yeah, no, it is better. It is better. I was being petty and not giving the game a chance. So yeah, I'll probably do the game soundtrack for Pokemon X and Y when I get the chance to. Awesome. Pokemon Company's thing is that they add a new gimmick in every main line. This is regarding the fact that players had to basically rethink their whole battle plan based on the previous gimmick. Yes, and sometimes, and you know what's even more annoying for me personally. Okay, first I'm gonna read the rest and then I'm gonna go back to this, put a pin on it. Hard consoles are my favorite just for being chock full of contents, details, general care. Most of the problems are down to using the Diamond and Pearl Platinum engine. Yeah, Sword and Shield's DLC saves the integrity of the game. Really? Okay, then I'm really gonna have to play it. I mean, I was already planning to, but now I have even more. Sword and Shield felt painfully long and drawn out. They need to add like a times two speed thing to battles. Yeah, like in Pokemon Stadium when you're playing Pokemon Red or Blue, like you can set it to times two speed. Double battle with Sand or Hail, status effects on some Pokemon, Leech Seed and Leftover somewhere. Yeah, but yeah. As I was gonna say, going back to Frank's statement, um, it is extra annoying for someone like me because honestly, I mean, I'm glad Game Freak doesn't take input from me specifically and only me for games, because if I had my way, those like generational gimmicks would not exist. So yeah, you wouldn't have Mega Evolution, you wouldn't have Z moves, you wouldn't have Gigantamax, you especially wouldn't have Gigantamax, and you wouldn't have terrestrialization. Um, and that is because I am more interested in exploring. I'm more interested in exploring the world, and getting to know the characters, and the story and all of that, and the culture. Like, I play Pokemon wrong, kind of. But yeah, like I never liked Mega Evolutions when they first came out. Um, it doesn't help that first Mega Evolutions were introduced with the 16th Pokemon movie, aka the one that decided to ignore Takeshi Shudo's Mewtwo in favor of a new one, and just completely ignore that the previous one even existed. I think that was a very that was a very rotten move on their part, and they've since then gone back on it, which I am eternally thankful for. Thank you, Game Freak. Thank you, Pokemon Company, for realizing that this was 100% a mistake. So already, not the best introduction, but I've always looked at Mega Evolution as just that, a gimmick. It's not something that's going to stick around. It's just something that they decided to do for this game to help create more interest in the games, but it's not going to stick around. And once I realized that people actually expected Mega Evolution to stick around, to actually remain as a mainstay, I was flabbergasted. I was legit like, what? People really did think that this was gonna be a thing from now on? That you had to count on Mega Evolutions? Okay. So yeah, like the people. So yeah, apologies to the people who felt cheated when Mega Evolutions didn't come back for Pokemon Sun and Moon, in favor of Z moves. Um, but um, but yeah, I wasn't one of you. In fact, I don't like any gimmick that changes how the Pokemon looks. I also don't like the gimmick where there's big and small Pokemon nowadays, but that's kind of eh. I like my Pokemon to be normal sized. Thank you. Um, but yeah, that's a very minor complaint. It's a very minor complaint. Um, yeah, I get you can remove skill animations, but they need to just increase the speed. Yeah, personally, yeah, no, because what I'm saying that is slow is the status bar. The status bar of Sword and Shield is the slowest thing about it, which is weird. Like, you have to wait forever for a status bar from green to red. I didn't know you could mess up that, but Sword and Shield did it. I don't know how. Oh man. Personally, I think Game Freak should take input from me specifically. Yes, PPA. Let's take you to Game Freak's headquarters and put you right in front of them and like, hey, You should take input from this guy, not anyone else. No one else in the world exists. There are no other Pokemon fans out there. Only this guy. Gigantamax and Mega Evolution sucked because it forced you to change your teams to account for Z move to account for Z moves weren't too bad. Yeah, that's also what I think. That's also what I think. I was fine with Z moves. I wasn't, like too. I wasn't a big fan of them, but I was okay with them. Again, because they didn't change how my Pokemon looked. and then and then you transfer your Pokemon with the old gimmick to the new one, and all that for it to be obsolete as all heck. Really a waste. Yep, like transferring a Gigantamax Charmander to your Pokemon Scarlet game. My brother did that. Can't get Gigantamax anymore. Here, have a special Terra type or something. No, we don't talk about Detective Pikachu, right? I don't remember. I don't know anything about Detective Pikachu. It's one of the blind spots in my Pokemon knowledge. But Mega Evolutions were still in Sun and Moon. Yes, but Sun and Moon was also the game that started doing, the whole Pokédex entries, kind of designed to discourage people from using them. Kind of a bold move from Game Freak. A rotten move, to reuse a word that I've already used, but I don't want to use the swear. A rotten move, a sneaky, sleazy move, but a bold move nonetheless. So yeah, it always weirds me out when Pokédex sizes don't match the anime shown size. Yes, like for example, like Charizard and Dragonite. I think that those are the two big ones for me. Like, oh hey, Charizard, he's just supposed to be a big lizard with wings. That's all he was supposed to be. But people in the anime went like, oh yeah, big dragon. Let's make it, so that you can actually fly on its back and stuff. Yeah, because that makes you feel big and strong and stuff. And no, it's just a big lizard. A super effective move, yes, indeed. A super effective move against all of Mega kind. Yeah. My biggest gripe is 1. Animation plays, 2. Message boxes, X happens, 3. HP bar drains heals, 4. Repeat for as many Pokemon and effects are on the field. Yep. Might have gotten the order 1 and 2 wrong, been a while. Yeah. I also don't know. Like I don't really remember off the top of my head. The first Dragonite scene was like bigger than a mountain with a lighthouse on it. Next one we see is like a small guy in size. Yeah. Yeah. No, like at least like with Dragonite, we did have like, the first movie to kind of help us realize, oh wait, not all Dragonites are that big. The Dragonites can be, small, and they can deliver letters for you. Because that's cute and stuff. And to this day, I still love the idea of a Dragonite with a little satchel. But yeah, so that helped soften the blow. Charizard, though, nope. No such luck there. Charizard is a dragon. Fire flying. Jump. Oh wait, right. You can't choose the arena in multiplayer. Okay. I don't really use multiplayer in Pokemon. Shocking, I know. But that's because for a very long time, me and my brother were playing on the same consoles, so we just couldn't do that. And by the time that I got my own consoles, like my own 3DS and my own Switch, we are busy people pretending to be adults. So we never really thought about it much, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that you couldn't change the arena. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Like, especially like in Sword and Shield, yeah, you enjoy your white background. Can't even use it to do green screen stuff. Lame. When you read a Cubone, why doesn't your Marowak die to give its skull to the newborn? Lore loopholes. Yes. It's almost like with Pokemon, there's a lot of gameplay and story segregation because someone didn't think things through. I mean, what would they need to do to actually implement something like that? I mean, honestly, do you really want to kill your Marowak just to have a Cubone? I mean, some people are crazy breeders. Like I understand. I understand the reasoning. I still think that it's kind of much. Pokemon evolutions make more sense from Digimon ones. I mean, why does a teddy bear evolve into a lizard tank? It boggles the mind. I mean, I think it all comes down to the fact that Pokemon are biological creatures, while Digimon are just that. They're digital monsters. Basically, an evolution in Digimon, an evolution in Digimon is triggered by. Imagine if you add more data to a file. That's how Digimon evolution works. Um, so yeah, while it doesn't make much sense, it makes sense that if you save a file in a different way, like the file type changes, it can be heavier, it can be smaller. I think that's why Digimon is so much more versatile in terms of the evolutions, and why you can play around with the Digimon evolves, then de-digivolves, and then evolves again to something different, and all of that. I think I think it's more that. At least that's how I rationalize it. I don't know if it's actually lore accurate to Digimon. Alolan Marowak is a cool form in my opinion. Yes. Yes, I agree 100%. Alolan Marowak is awesome. Me destroying the ecosystem by releasing hundreds of newborn Pokemon into the wild until I get a perfect one. Yeah. Yeah. No, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. Yeah, no, dude, you don't do competitive. You don't do competitive. You just do the story in the game and build your Pokemon team and build your bonds with them, and then stop playing the game. And then when you want to revisit and to hang out with your Pokemon a little more, yeah, that's what you do. Like, you're not going to enter the VGC. You're not going to enter the VGC anytime soon. But yeah, no. I understand why people do that. It's just something that to me is still a little bit alien. Especially like I remember when I saw people going like, oh, in order for this Pokemon to operate at its peak, you have to give it life orb, and I'm like, what the frick is a life orb? Where do I get it? Where do I even get one of those? Or you need choice specs or choice band, and I'm like, huh? What? Can I find that in Lily Cove Mart? In the Lily Cove Mart? Can I find that? If not, I don't know. So Digimon are more being recoded rather than evolving. Yes, that is that is more that is a better that is a better word to say it rather than evolution. It's just like I think that also a little bit of proxy by being a Japanese franchise. They just used a regular word. They didn't make a new one because as far as like especially like during the 90s, like the the US when it comes to franchises and stuff, they were all about creating their own brand, and everything needs to be related to the brand, and you can definitely see this in how they adapted Digimon. Appropriate. Okay, so everything related to this franchise has to have some part of the name of the franchise related to it. Whereas in Japan, it's a lot more casual when it comes to that, which is why in the West, In the West, you have Digivolution, and in Japan, it's just called evolution. And it's not exactly evolution, um, but you could tell even say that it goes a little bit beyond metamorphosis, which is what Pokemon evolution is. More Pokemon Sun and Moon music, yes. But yeah, you gotta use Destiny Knot. No, I don't want my Pokemon to die with the other ones. No, wait, that's Destiny Bond. Yeah. Oh, right. No, yeah, no. I was thinking of the move. Yeah, Destiny Knot. Destiny Knot is the item. Yeah. I don't get people who farm perfect IV EV then have all the support skills and items to only to get one shot by earthquake or blizzard. Yeah, should have thought about the counters for that. Our okay, PPA. Mind if I read this like all like epic, like our kind calculates beforehand what natures and EVs are needed to barely survive powerful moves from potential threats. Yeah, no, but I know that that's what people in the competitive scene do. Oh man. I did okay. One thing that I have to say, I did have to competitivify my Scarlet, my Violet team a little bit because Blueberry Academy is brutal. Like if you don't do that, you don't have a chance. Either that or just grind to the point that you just outlevel everything. But I didn't want to do that, so what did I do? I decided to go and see. Okay. I didn't completely competitivify my team. I just had them use items that the competitive scene uses. Like I said, choice bands, life orbs. What other items did I have to buy? Assault vest. I would have never thought of assault vest as an option, even though it does go with one of the things that I like, which is not spending time on status moves and stuff. But so and with the movesets and stuff, thank goodness for the option to remember moves. Holy crap! I always hated the whole thing of, oh, your Pokemon can only learn 4 moves, like ever. If the move is gone, it's gone. Like you only had 1 TM to teach it and you can't buy it anywhere else. Well, tough beans, you can't get it. Haha. But yeah. Oh, or this move that's only available through level up. You didn't learn it. Well, too bad. But yeah. I'm hearing a lot of casuals. I know, right? Filthy casuals. Meh. Are you the type to laugh at the lamest joke in mankind? Probably. Probably. I laugh at dad jokes. My sense of humor is a little bit broken. You know what? Forget Pokemon, forget Digimon. Let's all go back and watch Spider Riders fighting Foodons and Monster Rancher. Yikes! Monster Rancher, yes! I still haven't finished the anime. I still haven't finished watching Monster Rancher. I watched like up until episode 46 or something, and then I stopped. I think that the biggest reason is because the Portuguese dub at that point was very bad. They didn't use the same actors from the first half of the show. I don't have any like nostalgic attachment to the English ones, and you couldn't find the Japanese version anywhere. I don't know if that has changed in the meantime. I can't wait to hear Kazuki Yao as Tiger. Kazuki Yao, aka Frankie. Frankie from One Piece. Super. Oh my goodness. I do wanna get the first Monster Rancher. Or the second. I think that the second is better. Like, the game. I think that the second game is better, but I still wanted to play the first one for the PlayStation 1. Jade Cocoon was the best Pokemon game. Wait, isn't that Kono, isn't that a ROM hack? Super, yep. Are you sure you want to not learn this move? Too late. Your Eevee forgot rest and learned caffeine. Please no, it's too small. It can't take it. Love this Escape from Extinction from people framing hard scales for the move relearner. Oh yeah, right. That's why I love this existed. Yeah. So was mine. I played it on PS1. Awesome. To get the best monsters in the Monster Rancher series, yes, you needed to have the first Backstreet Boys album and any Celine Dion CD. I do have some CDs that I really wonder what the heck kind of monster would come out from them. And I don't mean, just like, random, almost blank CDs anywhere. No, I mean like, for example, Moody Blues CDs. Or, for example, the Sonic CD. The Sonic CD that me and my brother have been hearing, like, on repeat during trips. Remember that one, PPA? Yeah. But yeah, like, the least gamey thing that you can think of. Like, I don't know, can't really say classical music because a lot of video game music is also classical music, but like, I don't know, Elvis Presley's greatest hits or something? Do DVDs work? Do DVDs work in Monster Rancher? Now, I just randomly thought of that. Like, what if I put my, for example, Moana DVD in, in Monster Rancher? What would I get? If I don't get a water-based monster, I'll be very disappointed at this game that was made, like, I don't know, almost 20 years before Moana was a thing. Oh, man. Y'all ever seen an Eevee on 0 hours sleep and on its 15th monster? Is that Eevee still alive? It doesn't feel like it should be alive. Then again, I think that Pokemon metabolism acts a little bit different than regular animal metabolism. I mean, they replaced animals for a reason, right? I'm really sad that idea never went through. Like, I remember when you could have, like, just a random mongoose or a worm in Pokemon and nobody would bat an eye. Like, oh no, yeah, like Pokemon are just, animals that kind of evolve differently. So now they're monsters instead of animals. Ooh. Any CD-ROMs with data works, no blanks or DVDs, sadly. Oh. Dang it, I really wanted to put my Moana DVD in there. So I'm gonna guess that Blu-rays is also a no-go. Oh man, it becomes a ghost type. Oh yeah, like Annihilate. Like Annihilate, that name is so good. Like the whole concept of the Pokemon and the name. Oh, holy crap, I love Annihilate. The only reason why I don't train one is because I don't want to have, too many fighting types on my team, and I already have a Lucario, so I might try to train one. Like, I'm not doing like the story anymore. In fact, like the team that I've been using for the gyms is, a bunch of like Paradox Pokemon and legendaries. Terminal Montage's latest animation made me want to put an Iron Bundle in it. Because, man, I already liked Iron Bundle. I've always liked Delibird, and I didn't dislike Iron Bundle. And after seeing that, haha, wow. The Iron Bundle is pretty amazing. Also funny. I like things being funny. So yeah, I just don't know who I would take out because I didn't put Iron Bundle in there originally because I had the water type Ogrepon because I hear it's one of the best. So I was like, yeah, let's not repeat types for this team, okay? Yeah. Oh, I got the Snow Leopard. I named him Tai Lung because of course, because I love Kung Fu Panda, and I haven't watched Kung Fu Panda 4. I didn't get to see it while it was in theaters, and lately, if I don't watch a movie while it's in theaters, I barely watch it. I need to change that. Pokemon these days are almost practically furniture, dinnerware, or beach balls. One is a literal key set. Yeah, I mean, the key set Pokemon is already like 11 years old, actually. Premiered in Pokemon X and Y, and that was 11 years ago. I know it's scary to think about. Our battle will be legendary! I keep forgetting that, yeah, like when people say that, they're quoting Tai Lung. Like, I don't know. It's just that Kung Fu Panda kind of exists on such a separate place in my mind than the internet that I struggle to put the two together. So yeah, no, when people say, yeah, our battle will be legendary, yes, that's what they're quoting. They're quoting Tai Lung. Like, it's so weird to me. Oh, someone has come up. Something has come up. I gotta go. Thank you for the stream and have fun. I'm also going to have to finish stream already because I am not home and we need to go get some dinner, and we're actually going to go out for dinner today because of my brother's work. So yeah, I was about to say I'm going to finish stream. In fact, we've already gone longer than I thought we would. I thought we were going to stop at like 7:45 or 8 at the latest. No, we're already at 8:41 for me. So yeah. Okay, guys. Was a lot of fun talking about this. Sorry for no beach ambience. I mean, I can see the sea from my window. I can see the sea from my window. Sadly, I'm not gonna go to the sea today. I'm gonna go tomorrow, actually. Haha. Quite jarring that meme culture is the new social culture. Yeah, it is. I'm still not used to it, and I've been on the internet since 2001. So yeah, it's a little bit weird. Okay, guys, I really have 8:41. What? Cookies? I hope it was cookies. We had some cookies that that they have the chocolate coating. They melted during the trip, and then we put them in the fridge, and then the chocolate solidified, and now we can't eat the cookies like separately. They're all melded together like one super cookie. Okay, guys, I really have to go now. Jen, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome for the stream. Love to see you. Okay. Whether you're watching this live or the VOD or our lurker, know that your presence is always appreciated. And see you soon. Or, as they say in Atlantis, Ekaze! Bye! Delicious indeed! Bye!